7:39, guys. What's going on? Hanging out with the pain in the ass. Because I'm not there with her. She's got to go crazy. Here she goes. Old blind senior dog. Lost her mind. I'm a few inches away from her, and she's having conniption fits already. So, Bolton. It was only a matter of time. Speaking of which, it's only about, 7:40 in the morning on a Friday, the 22nd of August, 2025. She must be obeyed. Yeah, you're a pain in the ass. Showing on the power again. There goes my bills. The news stations are speculating, going over with legal folks. They're talking with lawyers and attorneys, trying to get a handle of what just the hell happened. Bolton's house. It used to be a security advisor, national security advisor to Trump when he was in office. Stayed there for about a year and found out how unstable Trump really was. So he became an ardent critic. Got taken out by Trump through a tweet, and he's been a vocal critic ever since, warning the folks what kind of a lunatic and tyrant we've got. And he's vindictive as hell. He's proved the point. Through the manipulations of the Republican Party mutated into the Trumplicans, they are now open season on anybody else who's a critic to Trump. Anybody and everybody who's in state and federal governments who swear loyalty and fealty to him. It's not to the Constitution and not to the constituents. It's to one man. And the Trumplicans feel that way. So right now the news cycle is going to be Bolton, Tom Bolton, and more on Bolton. So a few hours ago, West Coast time, about 6 or 7 o'clock East Coast time, so it was roughly about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, my time. Bolton's home was raided and still taken care of. Trump denies knowing anything about it. Kash Patel gave the go. As soon as they got a warrant to sign off on the damn thing, so that's where they went. To Bolton's home to see what kind of incriminating evidence they can use against Bolton, one way or another. And that's what they're doing. And I'm going to hear them talk about it on a constant basis, because it's the only damn thing they know how to talk about. It's on both CNN and on MSNBC, and I'm not touching Fox with a 10-foot pole if I tried. I couldn't deal with it. I just could not deal with what they were talking about. This morning I still got files I got to take care of and get rid of. And just get rid of them. I don't have anything to do with them. But it's here. So what am I not supposed to deal with? Well, I'm supposed to deal with homework. Got to get it done before Sunday night. Turn it in. Work on the next assignment. She, who must be obeyed, wants more attention. I don't know what I'm going to do. They screamed during Biden's term, the Republicans / Trumplicans, that the Biden administration was weaponizing the Department of Justice. They were saying in a different format. They were saying Trump is going to weaponize, and he did. He weaponized everything. Law enforcement to military. He's a very vindictive asshole. And he's coming after people who speaks against him. He wants people to like him. Try this one, Trump. Sit and spin, ducky. I didn't like you the first time. I didn't like you earlier before you got into politics, and I sure as hell don't like you now. And this is what you're doing. You turned the government system into a weapon and a grift. You love so much grifting people left and right that you don't care about anybody else but yourselves. Of course, you had to make a public appearances here and there, but you really don't give a shit. You really don't. So, that being said about this schmuck, guys, can we turn to religion? Texas is still fighting through the court systems whether or not it's legal for them to have the Ten Commandments being displayed in schools. They're fighting it. So is Louisiana. Not Louisiana. Well, they got to be fighting it too, I think, somewhere in there. I meant to say Arkansas. Arkansas wants the Bible being talked about and being worshipped in school. They're getting court cases saying no. Now, my fear at this point is what happens if it goes all the way to Supreme Court in the United States, SCOTUS. How are they going to be interpreting religious freedom versus religious tyranny? We have Christian Sharia law being pushed. The White House has a department in there concerning about religion. They want Christian nationalists. They're forcing an issue down people's throats where we have to be a Christian nationalist. Maybe we're going to get branded. Who knows? Or microchipped. There's been theories, there's been conspiracy theories about everything else before we got the Trumplicants in office. People kept saying that the COVID vaccine had microchips in them that people were following, and people became paranoid about it. Well, at least some people did. The rest of them, we knew we had medications to protect us, to give us a little bit of a shield against the damn bug, because we already knew how deadly COVID-19 was. But now we've got a Supreme Court taking out money for the from the National Institute of Health. All that research money gone. So anything concerning about vaccinations, we're screwed. RFK doesn't want that much money into vaccinations. He doesn't believe in it. Of course, he believes in death and destruction. He believes in stupidity, his own. Thinks he knows better, and he's not a doctor. He's not a scientist. The lawyer don't know shit from Shinola. He only knows what legal shit he can throw people into. He's not a quack. He's a hack. No, I'll take that back. He's a shyster. Cardiologist, part of Health and Human Services. A cardiologist. I would have thrown that guy into the Department of Health. Because that's the only place he would be belonging to. He hadn't killed anybody else in the operating tables lately. Of course, I don't know if he still has the search quotation or not, or if his license is still there. A lot of people liked him and trusted him to a point, but when he started getting fame and he started getting himself on the camera more and more, he chased ego instead of... He chased ego. Now he's under Trump's thumb, and he likes it. Because we haven't heard too much from the schmuck anyway. Putin's still being Putin. He's not gonna surrender to war. He wants more war. It's that simple. And Trump's gonna give it to him one way or another. But he doesn't want NATO involved. Actually, he doesn't want the Ukraine being put into NATO. Because it means by NATO's treaty, the United States has to get involved. A NATO member attacked. An attack on one is an attack on all. Trump don't want that. Oh, he wants recompense for weapons that the United States can give to Europe, but we want money in return. Because Europe then can supply the weapons over to Ukraine. He doesn't want to get his hands dirty. Trump does. Germaphobe, he's been told. Hell of a thing for us to get into. I did say something about the religion, didn't I? People want to be Christian nationalists, forcing themes down people's throats. How is the SCOTUS going to be able to deal with this one? And are they going to say, we have the freedom to worship in whatever form or function we want to, but as long as the government doesn't officially recognize it, to paraphrase the First Amendment. Not to mention, we have the freedom to redress grievances. Basically, we're bellyaching to the government saying that we don't like this, we don't like this, we want this changed. But when you have government officials saying, you're all yippies, you don't have a right for this. You're all yippies, go away. Go on. Go on. I knew it. Get her on the pad. 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 Ma. What's going on? Easy, baby. Easy. Easy. See. Well, this is always has to happen on weekend. Okay. Let's get you put back. Yeah, second guys. I'm putting you on the floor. Never done. Alright? Put that cover. I'll walk it around. Go ahead. Normal circumstances, this would have been paused or turned off in another video. Ma was shaking a bit. A little convulsion. I'm not quite sure what the hell is going on with her. But I'm going to redo a video of this.